All right, everybody ready? Got all our stuff
Yep.
and things. I'm in my sweet rolly chair.
My one.
That I'm definitely not going to fall asleep in. Ladies, gentlemen, other beings, welcome back to another episode of Fair Magic, a show where sobermen come up with magical cards. Today, we are talking about Ikoria, the new set that's coming out. We're going to speculate, make up some magic cards, like we do. Brand new guest to the show, Cassie Davis, here to also talk about magical cards. Welcome to Fair Magic. You made it to the big leagues. Congratulations.
You got called up.
So, let's see. Who's got some Ikoria cards?
Oh, we all got some. I'm going to start with two super flavorful ones. Revenge of Savai and Response of Draenok.
Okay.
Same cost for each, a white and a black. Revenge of Savai is destroy target human. If you control a beast, or not a beast, but a non-human creature, you can pay an additional 2 to create a 3/3 beast as you do this. And then the other one, same thing, destroy non-human, pay 2 more to create 2 human soldiers if you control a human.
That's pretty nice. I like
So,
that. Themes off of the creature types well. It makes them modal. Sorceries or instants?
Probably sorceries because you're getting super bonus from them. They'd be at uncommon, but really pushed uncommons.
Yeah.
Yep.
If it was an instant, it'd probably be a rare, I guess.
Instant, they're kind of narrow at instant in a
That's
way,
true.
so they could still be uncommon, but I think it would need to cost 3 for the kicker then because you're doing a super combat trick. These are just chunky, boom, deal with a threat, and give myself a threat.
Those would be super good in draft.
Yeah.
Kill spells that make dudes.
Yep. And they're in white-black, which does lean towards humans, but white-black can also be, white-black-red, white-black-green, which both care about the beasties and nightmares and cats.
Katzen?
Katzen.
Nice.
I like it.
I
Seems
got
pretty fair.
a spicy enchantment that messes with counters and also the human-non-human dichotomy. So it's a 3-mana red enchantment. It's red and 2. And then it says, at the beginning of your end step, goad a non-human creature. And then it has an activate ability for 2 red. Target creature loses the human subtype and gains menace, or a menace counter.
Ooh.
You can do that to your own dudes, do it to their dudes.
Yeah, you can give everybody menace. You can make their humans not humans anymore, and then they can get goaded like,
Nice human lord you have there.
There you go.
Or I guess that doesn't stop them from still having the ability to pump all the other
You
humans.
could make it where they lose all abilities and get...
Menace?
Yeah,
Get a menace counter?
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, that's pretty solid.
That'd
Seems pretty good. A little
that'd
push.
be good red removal, but you're giving it menace. Give it menace and first strike.
Oof.
So, hey, you're human. No. He's gone feral, lost all of their abilities, but oh god, it's terrifying.
I mean, he's usually like a 2/2 or something with
Yeah.
first strike and menace. Also, I'm like, I guess I'll take 2 lump and then.
you know what that means though.
Mess up your counter.
Now they can mutate onto it.
Yep. You could do it on your own dude and then let him mutate on him, which is pretty crazy.
Gross.
You can mutate again onto a non-human that you own.
All right.
Dang.
Weird.
What
You
else
got
we got?
anything?
I just have a creature.
Let's
What
do
you got?
it.
All right.
You got a
Did you draw a
picture?
picture
Come
of it?
on, styling on us already.
Hold the picture up to the camera,
oh,
please.
You're gonna scan that in. You know it.
Yeah.
It's just his name is Octo Grab You Boys. All right,
Do you make a
so
bunch of shitty cards, or do you make one really good card?
not even. So I have him as blue black.
Okay.
2 blue black and 4 because he's a pretty big butt. First of all, he normally just has reach, and you can tap him to search your library for 2 target creatures and put them onto your battlefield tapped. But it does not untap during your next.
Still really strong.
An uncounterable tooth and nail?
I don't care.
It also mutates,
Okay.
Golly.
giving it Death Touch, and you gain control of 1 creature from each opponent and attack.
That is a super mythic. That is a super,
Pretty cool.
super mythic.
Not how mutate works, but
Whatever.
also, so he would have Death Touch, and then he would mutate and give people Death Touch.
Yep.
In addition to all the other crazy shit he does. Okay, so right out the gate, super not fair.
Welcome to Fair Magic. You did it. Octo Grab Your Boys is nasty. Tooth and nail for a tap ability. That's the only cost. Just tap this bad boy.
Tap,
Hey, he doesn't untap. That's
okay. Well, honestly, I kind of want to make the argument now because it's 6 mana comes into play. Then next turn you tap Tooth and Nail and he doesn't untap, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's not an instant like Tooth and Nail. It's a telegraphed Tooth and Nail.
Yep. If you got any
I'd
type of
make it
haste
where it
enabler,
exiles itself to do that.
if you have a lightning greaves in play, it's 6 mana Tooth and Nail.
That's true. If you have Lightning Greaves,
Blue black.
you're gonna have
It's
some
not
problems.
Or if you have any other way to untap him with a creature, go get 2 creatures. One of them untaps this guy. Do it again. Just like load your board up and hunt stop.
Okay.
I mean,
gross.
I think the exiling thing might be slightly more fair.
Yeah.
All right. So let's make him Soul Tie so he's green. So he's blue, black, green.
Okay.
4, and he can tap and search for 2 creatures.
Puts 1 into play, 1 into your bin
Nice.
of your opponent's choice.
Okay.
What?
That definitely makes it way fairer.
That's super
Yeah.
fair.
Reveal 2 different creatures. They choose which one goes where.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Yep.
They have to be different too. Yeah, you can't just
Yeah.
get 2 of the
No.
same guy. Like, hey,
No.
what's up?
Yeah, I'd be fine with him not untapping them instead of exiling himself.
Mm-hmm.
If you're letting the other person choose,
Yeah.
you would just put him into the bananas list and go crazy.
And he's a 6/8.
Yeah.
Don't worry about his power toughness. He's like 4/4 or something for 6 or 7. Make it though, the creatures that you reveal, you lose life equal to their CMCs.
Ooh.
So
That's
this is a
definitely
big
more black.
cost. Yeah, that's why it's Soul Tie. This is a big cost. You're getting at least 1 creature into play, but I mean the bigger
Oh
you
god,
get,
they still go into play. Okay.
You're getting 1 into play, 1 into your.
I thought it was 1 in their hand, 1 into the graveyard, and I was like, whoa.
Oh, that.
Go get
Maybe.
Gary and something else.
Yeah.
Oh man. Turbo Spice.
And a Phyrexian Obliterator.
All right, what do you got for us, Brian?
All right, you know where we started.
Mhm.
I heard there were sharks, and I'm lazy, so we got the Mind Sharker.
Nice.
The blue and 2. It's
Yep.
a 3/4 flyer. Has mutate for triple blue. When you mutate this, it gives all your mans +1/+1 and flying until end of turn.
+1/+1 for each time it's mutated.
You can do it multiple times in a turn.
You can
I thought
mutate
it-
multiple times.
No, I mean,
You
then
can
it would
keep
just.
stacking your
Well, then you wouldn't even
creatures.
need to put that. You would just do that. Mutate of cost again, right? Is that what you're saying?
No, creatures have when this creature mutates.
Mm-hmm.
For each time that it's mutated, do this thing is an option.
Well, I'm confused then.
Do the not +1/+1, but +X/+X, where X is the number of times it has mutated. So let's say I've got this boy here. I've mutated
Mhm.
Snapdax onto it.
Mm-hmm.
Then I mutate that onto it. My creatures will get +2/+2 and flying.
Gross. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then pushes it a little more. Yeah.
Yep. Yep. Still, the Anthem effect isn't blue, really. That's a blue-white thing.
I go back to Merfolk Sovereign and every other
Yep.
Merfolk Lord.
I know.
There's like 5 of them.
Colors can care about their own tribes.
Yeah.
I also got a, speaking of sharks, I got an artifact for you.
Yes.
It's a 1-drop, and then the name of it is the Chum Bucket.
Ah.
And whenever a creature dies, you can tap it and pay 3 and search your library for a non-human creature and put it into your hand.
Ooh.
Because the chum is out there. It's getting the sharks.
Let's just put the shark type on there too. Only
Wait,
get
was
sharks.
it search your library?
Yeah, you search your library and get a creature. You want to just do it off the
Flip
top?
Yeah, flip until you reveal it.
All right,
Yeah.
How about this? It's 1 to put into play, and then 4 for the triggered ability, and it puts the creature into play.
Oh, God.
The chum
Yeah.
bucket is real.
Yeah.
Fair.
Chum in them
Yep.
waters.
All right. I got a land that could fit in any set because the playtest name for it is Bookmobile of Alexandria.
Sure. Moving on.
Yep. We came up with, I guess, Bonder's Campsite. Tap, add a colorless. You can have it enter tapped with a lore counter on it. And then it has 3 tap, remove a lore counter, draw a card. No additional way to put a counter on it. It's just, you know,
So it either it draws a card one time for
yeah,
a
draws
mana
a card
investment.
one time for entering tapped, or it's just an untapped land that's playable anywhere.
Oh, it's a land. I forgot about that. Yeah.
Yep.
Sorry, I'm just.
Read your notes.
They won't make sense. Or they might.
No, they do. Yeah.
Yeah, they do.
Seems pretty fair. Yeah, it makes colorless.
Yep.
Doesn't filter for any other colors.
No, it doesn't do anything crazy.
For now.
Yeah, but just
It costs 4 mana to draw a card with it.
Yeah.
It's not. That's not unfair.
not unfair.
And it only makes colorless, and it comes in
But there
tapped
might be
the
a
turn
way-
you, if you
There might be a way to put another counter on it.
proliferate.
Maybe.
Never heard of that.
All right, I
I
got
just keep
a
counters on it.
an uncommon nightmare for you. So it's blue and a black for a 1/1 nightmare that has shadow, and it has mutate 5, 3 and a blue and a black. So then when you
Just gives
mutate,
it
it gives
shadow.
the other creature shadow.
It's pretty gross.
Yep.
I like
Remind
it.
me what
I'm
Shadow
uncommon.
does.
Shadow is like flying,
Can't-
except for nothing has shadow.
Yeah, you can't block unless you have shadow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shadow
Eh.
creatures
It's just
can't
essentially
block or
unblockable.
be blocked by anything except with shadow. So I got this big old creature I'm swinging at you. You got a 1/1. Your 1/1 has shadow though. My creature doesn't. You can't block. Sorry.
Yeah.
Rude. Yep.
Was
Alright.
that quite a spike? Oh no! Bunk, bunk.
Bonk, bonk. All right, I got one here. A Beast Nightmare for 2 and double green.
That's what the tattoo above my butt says.
Beast Nightmare.
Beast Nightmare.
Or double blue and double green.
When it enters or mutates, mill 2 and then return a permanent from your graveyard to your hand. So it's kind of a chunkier Ewit that doesn't target but restricted to permanents. That's fine. But you can mutate it from exile for blue-black hybrid. So 2 mana from exile.
Ooh, it's pretty good.
Somehow, yeah, there's things that eat yards. There's
I'll
that
make it 3 mana.
There's that creature, the human creature that comes in and eats a card out of a yard now, the Lord, the black, white, and one.
Oh, I'm going to run that in French so hard.
Yeah, so they come and they eat your thing. You're like, hey, thank you.
Thank you. It's back. And you just keep mutating onto something. Oh, cool. I'll mill 2 and then get another card. Hey. Yeah.
Seems
I
good.
like it, yeah. All right, I got one. These are kind of based off of the box topper Godzilla stuff.
Ooh.
So I have the Monster's Bane. Is an equipment artifact. It's 2 to cast, 2 to equip. Equipped creature gets +1/+1 in first strike, but equipped creature deals 2x damage or like double damage to any dinosaurs, beasts, nightmares, or elementals,
Ooh.
Damn.
or any of the whatever creature type the huge monsters are.
Yep.
Put those like a couple of the top ones on there. What other mythics are?
Leviathans, Krakens,
Yeah,
Cats.
Oof.
I don't know what it would look like, but
Cat Slayer.
I got another one off the cusp.
Do it.
Have we all seen the red turtle?
Yeah, the Cycle Turtle.
Yeah, 1 and a red to cycle it. If it's the 4th or more time you've cycled it this game, instead put it into play, and it's this
8/8
chunky
trample
8/8 trample
haster.
hasty boy.
Eh.
Let's design this on the spot.
so it's kind of like feels a lot like the stupid giant or the Gargadon.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yeah.
1 and a blue to cycle this big old Leviathan. When you cycle him, does the same thing, goes back in. Let's bring the cost up let's make it 1 and 2 blue. And when you cycle it, tap a permanent as well. Tap a creature. Just a creature. No frosting it or anything, it still untaps, but just shh. This
Okay.
giant Leviathan's coming. When it does come in the final time, tap all their things.
it's like a Kedrek Leviathan almost.
Yep. Just this big old
It's
thing.
Kedrek
How-
Leviathan with no unearth. But
How big
cycling.
is its butt, though?
Oh, it's regular mana cost on it. We're gonna say 9 because you have to cycle it 4 times, so that's 12 mana. But we're gonna make it an 8/12.
8/12?
Yep.
Eh.
It's pretty big.
And when it comes in the last time, it
Unreasonably
does
large.
not have haste though, but it just tap everything.
So it's Merit Lodge's baby.
Yeah, it's a big old Cthulhu coming up, and just making these waves every now and again, like, oh, it's coming, it's coming.
Eh.
Alright, I got one for you. So this creature probably wouldn't actually work. Because it plays with mutate in a way that wasn't really like designed well. So it's a 2/2 for 2 red with haste. And whenever this creature attacks, it mutates. Parentheses, explanation. Any ability that triggers when a creature mutate triggers now. And then it has mutate for 4.
I mean, that makes sense to
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
And whatever ability you want, whatever
It
triggered
mutates.
ability you want to put on there, yeah.
Reminder text: exile this card.
Oh no, I don't want it to actually mutate. I just want to
and
trigger
cast it
mutate
and mutate
abilities.
it again. Okay, you just wanted to.
It works kind of good with Mind Sharker.
I guess,
Given
yeah,
that
you
plus
could-
X plus X with the
You could just
mutate clause.
exile it and then mutate it onto something, and it would get
Yeah.
the same effect.
Like that's what I was going for with mine. When it mutates, you get to.
The problem is, if we do that, like the way mutate's set up is like you can keep track of how many times a creature is mutated by counting the number of cards in the pile, and this
Yeah.
breaks that. So
Yeah.
like that's
Yeah.
why you
Need,
wouldn't
like-
actually print it.
So this, for some reason, popped into another thing. It would probably be completely broken, but let's go for it. It would be a Wooburg creature.
Okay. 5-color creatures, traditionally quite balanced. Proceed.
So it has the mutate ability that when it's mutated to another creature, if you pay X, or not X, but I don't know, let's say pay 5, one of each color, it activates all the mutate abilities of all the other creatures it's attached to. And you would just add 2 mana per creature to make it a little bit more fair.
I think it'd be fun. Like, if it has a mutate cost and then it has an activate ability that's like trigger each mutated ability this creature has, like that's probably fine.
Yeah.
Also, Wooburg is hard to do. No matter, like,
Yeah.
you don't need to add extra mana. It's like you're already playing 5
So
colors. That mana base is going to be
most-
rough. Like, you got to leave all the
most
things right
that have
open. Like,
mutate triggers are when this creature mutates.
Yeah.
So you
When this
mutate
creature
here, you
mutates-
mutate here, you can mutate further down here. Each one of those things is
Would
going
then-
to trigger
right.
naturally now. That's the way it's set up.
Oh, so that's how it's already set up.
Yeah.
Okay. So when you're stacking them, it's not just the one thing that gets its mutate trigger.
Right. Anything that says when this creature mutates
Got it.
happens because you're mutating. You're adding a new thing to it. It's
Got
mutating.
it.
It's changing.
Okay.
It's evolving.
Make it a 4/4 and give it the indestructible keyword.
you pay 5
Shapeshifter
mana for
God.
this thing. It's got to have some abilities
5
on it.
mana, it's indestructible. Your thing is now indestructible when you mutate, and oh no,
Oh, no.
Sounds great.
no.
And then give it all the Zatulpa tasties, like flying and
Double strike.
double strike, first strike.
No flapping. No napping.
Banding.
Flapping.
I got one more mutate boy for you.
All right.
So he's blue, green, and 3 for a 4/6, and then he has a mutate cost of blue, blue, green, green, and whenever this creature mutates, it becomes a copy of target creature, except it keeps this ability.
Ooh,
I like that. Just a little
I like clones.
Vizier shapeshifter kind of thing, or
Yeah.
Sakashima almost. Nice.
Kind of a progenitor mimic. In a
Yep,
way.
almost, yeah.
I like clones.
It's also sort of like a non-bow with other mutates, because it like destroys all the mutates that you may or may not already have on that creature.
Mhm.
But then like you can just spend mutates to become copies of other things. I guess the real question is, if you copy something that has a bunch of mutates on it, do you get all of the stuff?
Yeah,
Yes.
it becomes
Yes.
a copy of that card. Yeah.
You have to make it not become a copy of itself, otherwise it will perpetually roll over.
Oh, geez.
We're gonna need that in GIF form for you to use in other.
Oh, me going.
Yeah.
Because that's an issue. Issue like what was it? Adorable Kitten, I think from no, the pony. That's what it was. The pony from Unstable had to be another target non-horse creature you control. Otherwise, you just keep flickering itself and.
Oh, geez.
Oops. Sorry. Yeah, no. Had to be errated. Got reprinted in unsanctioned with the errated text.
It sounds like the Eldrazi mimic, not the mimic, the flicker one. Had
Yeah.
another creature who also just blinks
Yeah.
itself and protects itself forever.
Yeah. Like the unintended things of Kiki Jiki this thing or Felidar Guardian it or you just twin comboed. Oops.
They already printed this card, but I wish I had come up with it. It's the 4 mana rock that taps for 2 red, and then during each person's upkeep they can put a doom counter on it or take one off. And if it ever has 3 or more doom counters, you sack it and deal 6 damage to each creature. Just like, it's a mana rock that is also a
board
portal.
wipe, yeah.
Like,
Yep.
oh my god.
Oh, what about the mana rock that has all activated abilities of all lands?
Is that a
kinda
real
gross.
thing?
Yeah.
Ah!
3
should-
mana, enters tapped. I think it has tap add.
It shouldn't even
one,
make mana if it does exist
But I don't
though.
think it needs to. But it has all activated abilities of all lands
It'd be
Oof.
pretty
that are in
gross.
play. Yeah. Oh, hey, look! It's my 3rd Cabal Coffers.
It's a maze of if. It's
It's whatever you need. It could even be a boat. No, for real, it could be a boat. There's a land that turns into a boat, right? Probably. I don't know.
I mean, there's a land that turns
There's-
into a creature.
Isn't there
so-
one that turns into a pirate ship, or is that
Or is that
something
a-
different?
That's
Oh, that's an
turns into a
equipment.
land.
isn't
That's
it?
no, that's a pirate ship that turns into a land.
Oh.
It beaches itself. So then, yes, it could have been a boat.
All right, I got one more. This one's very uninspired. I tried to build it off of like a bug catcher for all these goofy flying things, and like the giant Mothra that is supposedly. It's a 4 mana artifact. Each creature with flying your opponent's control must attack each turn if able. Attacking creatures with flying get -2/-0.
Ooh, nice.
Just forces everybody's flyers to start swinging.
Nice.
Not yours, but
Yeah.
and then they get smaller when they swing.
That's
Just
solid.
they come
That's
flying into your bug catcher like swat.
All right, I got a weird one for you. It's a land, and it's troubled waters. It doesn't tap for mana. It says on it, static text, sharks you control have menace, and it has tap, target creature becomes a shark.
Hey, I love that. Yeah, lands that aren't lands but are actually just spells.
Oh, God. Is it fair, though? I think it's fair.
You gotta take up a land spot, so it's taking up a spell slot in your deck. So, and that doesn't do anything unless you're playing
It can
Shark
be-
Tribal.
It can be a 1-mana
I'm gonna
aura
go
for a
fair
land.
on Shark Tribal
It
for
can
no
be a
reason.
1-mana aura for a land. The land has tap. Target creature gains menace.
Why
Yeah,
aura?
that would be
No.
fair.
Simple as that.
Just make it a land. It's the same thing then, isn't it? Except you don't have to cast it.
New World Order, you can't have lands that don't have tap abilities, don't have mana abilities.
But this is our world.
How
I
about
know.
this? It's one blue.
Stop living in these restrictions.
It's one blue, and it says sharks you control have menace. And then it says whenever this land is tapped for mana, target creature gains or
Becomes a shark.
Yeah.
That makes
There
it
you go.
pretty good,
Fixed
actually.
it.
Yeah. Now I can actually make mana.
Still probably.
Oh yeah, sorry, not troubled waters. The actual name I came up with was weirding waters because it's turning people into sharks. All right, that's our show. Thanks for coming out. Fair magic.
You guys are the best.
All right.
Thanks, Cassie.
See you around.
See you later, Denfeld.